Hello, welcome to the world of soil mechanics. Today in this video, we will be covering these points. What is soil mechanics? What is soil? What does it originate and what are its characteristics? Then classification based on it. So let us get down to what is soil mechanics. Soil mechanics is a branch of civil engineering which uses the knowledge of chemical engineering, mechanics, and hydraulic engineering, so many other branches, and apply it to the soil. So when I say soil, we have to think about the definition of soil. So what is soil after? What is soil? Soil can mean different things to different people. Like for an agriculturist, soil is a thing where he grows his crops. So what exactly soil is to an engineer? So soil to an engineer is a naturally occurring material. It's an agglomerate. It is an agglomerate of inorganic and organic earth materials on which the construction can be made. So now that we know the definition of soil, what we deal in with soil mechanics, let us look at the characteristics of the soil, which makes the study of it more interesting or challenging. Coming down the characteristics. Firstly, as I said, soil is naturally occurring and it is composed of inorganic and organic materials. Next of it is the most important characteristic of soil, that it is a particulate material. When I say particulate material, it comes with a lot of implications. So, when you take a rock, steel, or something, it is a single homogeneous mass, whereas soil is composed of many soil particles. So that makes it a particulate material. So with particulate material, as I said, there will be many implications. Let us look at them. So soil is inhomogeneous. That means soil has different characteristics in different places. And soil is anisotropic. That is, characteristics are different in different directions. And next is, soil is non-linear. So as we have studied in mechanics, linearity means stress is proportional to strain. So as we see now, soil is a non-linear material. There is no straightforward relationship between stress and strain. So even though we may assume something opposite to this in many of our analysis, to simplify our analysis, the fact remains true that soil is inhomogeneous, anisotropic, and non-linear material. So these are the complications the particulate nature of the soil brings about it. Apart from these, special characteristic of soil is that it is sensitive to disturbances. It is a very sensitive material, and its characteristic keeps on changing with time and applied pressure. Time and pressure can change the characteristic of soil. So nothing remains soil for a long time. Same with soil for a longer period, and also for a longer distance. Even for short distances, the characteristics of the soil may keep changing, even in case of distance. So all these make the study of soil, or soil engineering, or soil mechanics, or whatever, it makes the study more interesting. So now that we know all this, let us get into the origin of soil. How to actually source it origin. Soil is basically a product of weathering. It's a product of weathering of rocks. So soil, I can say that, is a product of weathering. When I say weathering, there are two types of weathering. One is physical weathering, also known as mechanical weathering, Other is chemical. So physical or the mechanical weathering, as the name suggests, is purely due to the physical or the mechanical agencies. The rocks get converted into soil or weathered into soil. So different agencies of physical or mechanical weathering can be, say, temperature, say, abrasion, erosion, freeze and thaw effect, and many others. Freeze, thaw effect, and many others. So the important thing to be noted about physical weathering is the soils are formed, soil particles are formed from rocks due to weathering action, and there will be no change to the chemical composition of the soil. So there is no change in chemical composition. When it comes to chemical weathering, as the name suggests, the soil goes through a process of not only getting the rock mass not only get reduced to a soil particle, the chemical composition also changes. So that is the main difference between physical and chemical weathering. There is a change in chemical composition, and likewise, like the physical weathering has so many agents, so does the chemical weathering, like many processes like oxidation, reduction, carbonation, leaching, and so on. So now we know how soil originates, that is due to the weathering of rocks, and we know the types of weathering, that is physical and mechanical weathering, and we know the difference between the two types of weathering. So with this information, we should classify the soil. So classification of soil based on whether it stays in its location of origin or not. A soil which remains in the place of its origin is called a residual soil. It resides at the place where it is originated. The soil which moves and it is located in some other place than the place of origin is the transported soil. It gets transported. So there are two types of soils based on this. That is residual soil and transported soil. Transported soil based on the agencies of transport can be further divided into four types. That is water transported soil, wind transported soils, glacial transported soils, and gravity transported soils. When it comes to water, it can be a lake, it can be a river, it can be a sea, and hence the subtype is the water transported soil. If it is a river, it is called alluvial soil. If it is a lake, it is called lacustrine. Sea is called marine. So alluvial, lacustrine, and marine are the types of water transported soils. When it comes to wind, they are also known as aeolian soils. The best example would be lice. There is only one kind of glacial soil, and there are only glacial soils. And when it comes to gravity transported soils are famously known as colluvial soils. With this, we come to the end of classification based on this criteria. Now we know what is soil mechanics is, and what is soil, and what are the characteristics of soil which makes this study interesting, and the classification. With this, we end the first introductory video.